was up on the other side, and he was talking to in the senator's office, and he said that the first, the trust who originally planned on, because the student and get on the trust, they're not gonna be able to solve it. She's actually asking for an alternate. You have any suggestion?
Well, this Hancock Whitney Bank is not going to take it on. So this is essentially passed then.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you might want to pull Kenny in and ask him how it's going.
Okay. Have they talked to the Katie's Bank? Have they talked to?
She and his study said, suggesting as a hip hop suggestion. And Texas can speak, I don't know the cadence, I think that's different.
Yeah.
But do you see me, Judge? Because I can't get that.
No, you're not in. I'm host already. Don't worry about it. Jacob took care of it. Just get in. I can get you from here, Andy. Just log in.
I'm registered.
Get launch.
I'll now. It's not going. Register.
Hit the blue button here. Don't double click it, single click. Starting number 2 since Pam was not here.
Okay.
Purpose docket, it was there right now, and when I came here, the second year's own docket. Figuring out what the hell is going on with that computer. Docket's getting slow this morning. Miss Snow,
Mute. Good morning, Your Honor.
good morning. Is your client with you?
No, Your Honor, I'm a witness to the will and I will be offering the testimony.
Okay, very good. All right,
Do
we're on the record in 25 CPR 042492, estate of Lu Ing Lee, also known as Lee Ing Lee. You may proceed with your prove up.
Thank you, Your Honor. Do you usually put the will on the screen?
I can if you need me to.
Okay, thank you. My name is, do I need to be sworn in?
No, you're an officer.
Okay. My name is Joellen Snow. I represent Chen Fing Bailey, also known as Michelle Bailey, who is the daughter of the decedent, Liu Ing Lee, and resides in Marblehead, Essex County, Massachusetts. The decedent died on April 7, 2025 in Missouri City, Fort Bend County, Texas at the age of 85. At the time of her death, she was domiciled and had a fixed place of residence in Fort Bend County. She left a valid will bearing her signature and dated June 14, 2021. And can you move it down to the signature, please? I can identify this as the last will of the decedent. I was a witness to that will execution. And to my knowledge, this will has never been revoked. It names Ching Fing Bailey, also known as Michelle Bailey, to serve without bond as independent executor. She has filed an appointment of resident agent in this cause. Request that you take judicial notice of that appointment of resident agent, Your Honor.
The court shall take judicial notice.
So Ms. Bailey is not disqualified from serving as independent executor. No child or children were born to the decedent after the making of the will, and no marriage of the decedent was dissolved after the making of the will, and neither Texas nor any governmental agency of Texas nor any charitable organization is named in the will as a devotee. I would request that you admit the will to probate and appoint Ching Fing Bailey, also known as Michelle Bailey, as independent executor to serve without bond. Thank you.
All right, thank you. The court heard the testimony of Jolene Snow. She testified as to the proof of death, validity of the will, and other facts. The court will admit the will and probate and appoint Ching Fing Bailey as independent executor of the will to serve without bond, and appraisers will be waived as well. All right, Ms. Snow, everything should be signed here shortly. Anything else for the record?
I don't believe so. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Snow. Have a good day.
Bye now.
Bye-bye. No luck.
I went to go and argue that when she said that we have to do something special to it. I never agreed with it, just.
Oh, hold on. Don't leave. You're in the waiting room, so I'm seeing if I can get you to come in. Mr. White, good morning. Mr. White, can you hear me?
Yes, Your Honor, I can hear you now.
Okay, wonderful. Is that your client sitting behind you?
It is, Your Honor. Good morning. This is Mr. LeBourgeois.
All right. Are you ready to proceed?
Yes, sir, we are.
All right, then we're on the record in 25 CPR 042435, estate of Catherine and Lee Bourgeois. All those who intend to testify, if you'd raise your right hand to be sworn by the court. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you provide here today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes, sir.
Very good. All right, sir, if you would, when testifying, try to speak as loudly as you can because you are sitting quite far from the microphone, and I want to make sure my court reporter can hear you.
Yes, sir.
White, whenever you're ready, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Please state your name for the court. Henry Joseph Bourgeois Jr. And were you acquainted with the decedent? Yes. What was the relationship that you had with the decedent? She was my mom. And did the decedent die on December 7th, 2023? Yes. And did the decedent die in Missouri City, Fort Bend County, Texas? Yes. At the age of 80 years old? Yes. And have more than 4 years elapsed since the decedent's death? No. Did the decedent live and possess property in Fort Bend County, Texas? Yes. And she possessed this property at the time of her death? Yes. I'm gonna now show you the document that's filed with the court as the decedent's last will. Do you have a copy of it? The decedent's last will?
Counsel, I can put it on the screen.
Yes, Your Honor. You got it. He's got it right there. Is this the last will of the decedent, as far as you know? Yes. Is this the decedent's signature? Yes. Is it true that the will was never revoked? No. And is it true that the will named you, Henry Joseph LeBourgeois, as the independent executor? Yes. And are you willing and able to act as the independent executor of the estate? Yes. Is it true that no child was born or adopted by the decedent after she executed the will? Did she have any other children after she executed the will? Oh, I got a brother and a sister, but after she executed the will, did she have any other children? No. Did she adopt any other children? No. And did she get married after she executed the will? No. Is it true that you're not disqualified under the Texas Code to accept letters testamentary? Are you disqualified to accept letters testamentary? No. No. Okay. Okay. And is it true that you're seeking from this court final approval under the Texas State Code for the appointment as independent executive? Yes. And is it true that the state of Texas, knowing the agency of the state, is named as a beneficiary under the will? And is it true that no charity is named as a beneficiary in the will? Yeah. And does a necessity exist for the administration of this will? Yeah. And Your Honor, we therefore submit his testimony as to the prove up for the will of Ms. Catherine and LeBourgeois. And we ask, Your Honor, that letters testamentary be issued and Mr. Henry LeBourgeois be named as independent executive.
All right, the court heard the testimony of Henry Joseph Le Bourgeois Jr. He testified as to the proof of death, validity of the will, and other facts. The court will admit the will to probate and appoint Mr. Le Bourgeois as independent executor to serve without bond, and appraisers will be waived as well. Sir, I'm very sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
Counselor, anything further for the record?
Nothing further for the record from us, Your Honor.
All right, have a good day. Y'all are free to go.
Thank you so much, Your Honor. Have a great day.
We're going to go back to the very first case in the docket. I see Ms. Pizzurro in the waiting room.
Good morning, Judge. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Let's get everybody connected and we'll get started. Good morning, everybody. Ms.
Bueno-
Slade, can you hear me?
Good morning,
Good
Your
morning.
Honor.
All right. Are we ready to proceed?
We requested an interpreter for the applicant.
He's present.
Okay, thank you. We are ready to proceed, yes, Your Honor.
We're on the record in 24 CPR 041429, estate of Enrique Baron Vargas, also known as Enrique Baron Vargas, Baron Vargas. Let me swear the interpreter in. Ms. Pizzurro, if you'd raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will truly and accurately translate from English to Spanish and from Spanish to English, so help you God?
I do, Your Honor. For the record, my name is Pamela Pizzurro, license number LCI 2431.
Okay. All right. All those who intend to testify, if you would raise your right hand to be sworn by the court.
Muy bien, todos los que van a dar testimonio, si es que podrían levantar la mano derecha para ser juramentados en la sala.
Can I get Ms. Garcia to raise her right hand?
Señora García, ¿podría levantar su mano derecha?
Very good. All right. Each of you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you provide here today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Todos ustedes juran o confirman que el testimonio que brindarán el día de hoy será la verdad, toda la verdad y nada más que la verdad. ¿Lo juran ante Dios? Yes, by all.
Ms. Garcia, I'll need you to unmute yourself and respond, please.
Señora García, necesito que active su micrófono y que responda, por favor.
Perdón. Sí,
I apologize. Yes.
Okay, very good. Everybody can lower their hands.
Muy bien, ya pueden bajar la mano todos.
All right. Ms. Slade, we're going to start with the airship. Let's go ahead and conclude the airship, and then once we're done with that, we'll jump into the administration. You may begin by calling your first witness.
Thank
Señora Slade,
you.
vamos a empezar con la herencia. Una vez que hayamos concluido eso, podemos pasar a los asuntos administrativos. Empiece con sus testimonios y testigos.
I would like to begin with Ms. Fernandez. Ms.
Quisiera empezar,
Fernandez, I'm looking at Ms. Fernandez, would you please state your name for the court?
quisiera empezar con la señora Fernández. Señora Fernández, por favor, ¿podría decir su nombre completo para la sala? The interpreter asks permission to ask Ms. Fernandez to activate her microphone.
Yes, please. Tell her to
Señora Fernández, por favor, ¿podría activar su
Yeah.
micrófono? Gracias.
I did.
Thank you. What was your relationship to the decedent, Mr. Enrique Baron Vargas, and how long did you know him?
I know him.
¿Cuál- un mom-
Oh, sorry. I know him before than he was born because I am part of the family. My sister is a sister-in-law from his father.
Lo conocí antes de que nació porque mi hermana es la cuñada del padre.
And how often were you in contact with Mr. Enrique prior to his death?
¿Y qué tan seguido está usted en contacto con el señor Enrique antes de su fallecimiento?
Almost every day.
Casi todos los días.
Would you say that you knew him well enough that you knew his family history, such as his marital history and the children who were born to or adopted by him?
¿Diría usted que lo conocía lo suficiente como para saber su vida conyugal y los niños que nacieron de su matrimonio o que hayan sido adoptados por él?
Sí, claro.
Yes, of course.
Is it true that Mr. Enrique passed away on June 28th, 2024, at the age of 42 years old?
¿Es verdad que el señor Enrique falleció el 28 de junio del 2024 a la edad de 42 años?
Sí.
Yes.
To the best of your knowledge, did Mr. Enrique leave a will?
A su leal saber y entender, ¿el señor Enrique dejó un testamento?
No,
No.
If he had made a will, do you believe that that's something that you would have known?
Si es que él hubiera dejado un testamento, ¿usted cree que es algo que usted hubiera sabido?
sí, por supuesto.
Yes, of course.
Is it true that Mr. Enrique was married at the time of his death?
¿Es verdad que el señor Enrique estaba casado en el momento de su fallecimiento?
Sí,
Yes.
Is it true that Mr. Enrique married Martha Alicia Malgarejo Garcia on
¿Es, ver-
February 21st, 2009, and that their marriage ended in his passing?
es verdad que el señor Enrique estaba casado con la señora Marta Alicia Melgarejo el 21 de febrero del 2009? Fue que contrajeron nupcias y que su matrimonio concluyó una vez que él falleció.
sí,
Yes.
Were there any children born to or adopted by the decedent?
¿Hubo algún niño que haya nacido o que el fallecido haya adoptado?
ninguno.
None.
So there were, uh, um, is it true that there were children who were born to Mr. Enrique?
Entonces, es verdad que sí, el señor Enrique tuvo hijos que nacieron de él.
Así es.
That's right.
Is it true that Jimena Malgarejo, Diego Malgarejo, and Ilse Malgarejo were the only children born to Mr. Enrique?
Es verdad que Jimena Melgarejo, Diego Melgarejo e Ilse Melgarejo fueron los únicos hijos que nacieron del señor Enrique.
Sí,
Yes.
Did he ever allow any other child to live in his home and be raised as if that child were his own?
Él en algún momento permitió que otro menor viviera en su casa y que se criara como si ese menor le perteneciera a él.
no,
No.
If he'd had any other children other than the children that have already been mentioned, do you think that that's something you would have known?
Si es que él tuviera algún otro hijo, aparte de los que ya se han mencionado, ¿usted cree que usted lo sabría?
sí, claro.
Yes, of course.
Are you interested in this estate in any way?
¿Usted está interesada en este patrimonio de alguna forma?
Ninguna.
None.
Have you been paid or promised anything to provide testimony today?
¿Usted ha recibido algún pago o le han prometido algo para que brinde su testimonio el día de hoy?
Ninguno.
None.
I have no further questions.
Ya no tengo más preguntas.
Mr. Novi, you may proceed with your questions.
Señor Novi, puede empezar con sus preguntas.
No, Mr. Novi, we can't hear you. Mr. Novi, there is something wrong with your microphone. Your voice is coming through in a very high-pitched squeak. I should say a low volume, high-pitched squeak.
Your Honor, off the record, if I may, Mr. Novi may have to reconnect, relog in because I've seen this happening before.
Yeah, let's do that. Mr. Novi, why don't you disconnect and then reconnect to Zoom? So just go ahead and leave the meeting and then go ahead and reconnect. Hopefully that'll fix the situation. We'll wait for Mr. Novi for just a few minutes.
Vamos a esperar por el señor Novi por unos cuantos minutos.
Once you see him pop in, let him in.
Is this any better, Judge?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Thank you, Miss Interpreters. Let's see. Let's start. I guess I'll go back on the record now, Judge, if that's okay.
It's fine.
Ms. Fernandez, do you recall that I sent you a questionnaire quite a while ago?
Señora Fernández, ¿recuerda que le envié un cuestionario hace ya bastante tiempo?
Creo que es recibido de él directamente.
I believe received from you directly?
Yes.
Sí,
Sí.
yes.
You had filled out that questionnaire and sent it back to me. And
Usted-
would you have changed any of your answers to that document?
Usted llenó ese cuestionario y me lo reenvió. ¿Usted cambiaría alguna de las respuestas que usted dio en ese documento?
No.
No.
Okay. Just a few more questions.
Unas cuantas preguntas más.
You testified that you did not know if there was a will, is that correct?
Usted dio testimonio de que usted no sabía si es que había un testimonio, ¿correcto? Perdón, un testamento, ¿correcto?
Yo creo que fue incorrecta mi respuesta.
I believe that my answer was incorrect.
Okay. Was correct or incorrect? I didn't catch that.
Muy bien, ¿fue correcta o incorrecta? No le oí bien.
Incorrecta.
Incorrect.
Okay, I guess I'm not understanding. Okay. Does she know, or do you know if there was a will?
¿Sabe usted si había un testamento?
No había un testamento.
There was no will.
There was a will?
No.
The interpreter will repeat. There was no will.
Oh, no will. Okay. I guess I have to get some hearing aids. Does she, Ms. Fernandez, do you know if anybody searched for a will?
Señora Fernández, ¿sabe usted si alguien realizó la búsqueda de un testamento?
No.
No.
Okay. All right. So, you testified that you have no interest in this estate.
Muy bien, entonces usted ha dado testimonio de que usted no está interesada en este patrimonio.
No.
No.
For example, you did not owe Enrique Baron Vargas any money or anything like that.
Por ejemplo, usted no le debía ningún tipo de dinero a Enrique Barrón Vargas o nada por el estilo.
Nada.
Nothing.
Okay. And you testified also that you're not receiving any compensation for your testimony, not even a 50-cent gift card to Puerto Rico.
Usted dio testimonio de que usted no está recibiendo ningún tipo de recompensa para dar su testimonio, ni siquiera una tarjeta de 50 centavos para Pollo Rico.
Nada.
Nothing.
Okay. So it is your testimony. Again, if you would repeat the names of the three children that Enrique had with his wife.
Muy bien, entonces su testimonio es, si es que podría repetir los nombres de los 3 hijos que Enrique tenía con su esposa.
Jimena, Diego e Ilse.
Jimena, Diego, and Ilse.
Okay. And at the time he passed away, he was still married to his wife. Is that correct?
Y en el momento que él falleció, él todavía estaba casado con su esposa, ¿correcto?
Sí.
Yes.
Judge, I pass this witness and thank you.
Juez, he terminado con ese testigo y gracias.
Ms. Slade, you may call your next witness.
Señor Slade, puede
Thank you,
llamar a
Your
su siguiente
Honor.
testigo. Gracias, su señoría.
I would like to call Mr. Cham Dominguez. Would you please state your name for the court?
Quisiera
Yes,
llamar al señor Cham Domínguez, si es que por favor podría decir su nombre para la sala.
my name is Francisco Emilio Cham Dominguez.
My name is Francisco Emilio Cham Domínguez.
What was your relationship to the decedent Mr. Enrique Baron Vargas, and how long did you know him?
¿Cuál
I
era
am
su
very
relación? ¿Cuál era su relación con el difunto Enrique Barrón Vargas y cómo lo conocía?
close friend. I was very close friend with him. I know him for more than 40 years, or probably 39 years ago. He was my neighbor. He lived around 5 houses from my house. So since I remember, So when I was a baby, I remember him.
Well, he was él era mi amigo cercano, lo he conocido por más de 40 años, 39 años. Él era mi vecino, vivía a 5 casas de mí, así que desde que yo era bebé lo he conocido.
How often were you in contact with Mr. Enrique prior to his passing?
¿Qué tan seguido está usted en contacto con el señor Enrique antes de su fallecimiento?
I was very close with him in, I think, well, no, I think, in October 2023, it was 7 months before he passed away. We went to the Grand Prix in Formula One in Austin, Texas. We spent 4 days there. And then we called
Mr. Dominguez, I'm sorry,
Spanish.
no, if you just slow down for a moment, my court
Yes.
reporter is having a hard time keeping up. So if you'd start from the very beginning with your,
I was in contact with him, very, very close to him. I went with him in October 2023 to the Grand Prix in Austin. We spent around 4 days there watching the races. And then I called him every 2 or 3 weeks. He called me. And even like a couple months before he passed away, he texted me like, hey, I'm very sick and I don't know what's going to happen. And 1 week before he passed away, he texted me like, hey, the doctor just told me like, it's it's over. So I flew 4 days before he passed away. So I was with him 4 days before I was with him. So very close.
Pues yo era muy cercano con él. De hecho, en octubre del 2023, 7 meses antes de su fallecimiento, nos fuimos juntos al Grand Prix que sucedió en Austin. La pasamos ahí 4 días viendo las carreras y luego nos llamábamos cada 2 o 3 semanas. Él me llamaba y luego, más o menos un par de meses antes de que él falleciera, me contó que él estaba muy enfermo, dijo que había ido al doctor, que no sabía lo que iba a pasar y luego una semana después de antes de que él falleciera, me dijo que el doctor le había dicho que ya se había terminado todo, así que yo viajé 4 días antes de su fallecimiento y pasé esos días con él.
Is it true that Mr. Enrique passed away on June 28th, 2024, at the age of 42 years old?
Es verdad que el señor Enrique falleció el 28 de junio del 2024 a la edad de 42 años.
Yes.
Yes. Sí.
To the best of your knowledge, did Mr. Enrique leave a will?
A su leer, saber y entender, ¿el señor Enrique dejó un testamento?
No.
No.
If he had made a will, do you think that's something you would have known about?
Si es que él hubiera tenido un testamento, ¿usted cree que usted lo hubiera sabido? Yes, sí.
Is it true that Mr. Enrique was married to Miss Martha Alicia Malgarejo Garcia
Es
and
verdad que
that their marriage, my apologies, and that
Miss Slade, you froze. We didn't catch the
this
remainder
is
of your
just
statement.
a snake bit hearing this morning, huh? Um, am I stable now?
Yes.
Thank you. Is it true that Mr. Enrique married Martha Alicia Malgarejo Garcia on February 21st, 2009, and their marriage ended in his death?
Es verdad que el señor Enrique estaba casado con la señora Marta Alicia Melgarejo García. Se casaron el 21 de febrero del 2009 y que su matrimonio terminó con su fallecimiento. Sí.
Is it true that Jimena Malgarejo, Diego Melgarejo, and Ilse Malgarejo were the only children born to or adopted by Mr. Enrique?
Es verdad que Jimena Melgarejo, Diego Melgarejo e Ilse Melgarejo fueron los únicos niños que nacieron o que el señor Enrique adoptó. Sí.
If he'd had any children other than the 3 children that we mentioned today, do you think that that's something you would have known about?
Si es que él hubiera tenido otros hijos, aparte de los 3 que hemos mencionado el día de hoy, ¿usted cree que eso es algo que usted hubiera sabido? Sí.
Are you interested in this estate in any way?
¿Usted está interesado en este patrimonio de alguna forma?
No.
No, para nada.
Have you been paid or promised anything to provide testimony today?
¿Le han pagado algo, le han prometido algo para que brinde su testimonio el día de hoy?
No.
No,
I have no further questions. Thank you so much.
ya no tengo más preguntas. Muchísimas gracias.
Mr. Novi.
Thank you,
Señor Novi.
Judge. Francisco, do you recall that I sent you a questionnaire and you were so nice to send me back those responses?
Yes.
Francisco, ¿te acuerdas que te envió un cuestionario y fuiste lo suficientemente amable de enviarme esas respuestas de vuelta? Sí.
None of your answers would have changed since that time. Is that correct?
Ninguna de sus respuestas hubieran cambiado desde ese momento, ¿correcto?
Correcto.
Correcto.
Just a few more quick questions.
Unas preguntas más.
Did Enrique ever take any child into his home and consider that to be his own child,
Enrique en
even
algún,
though it was not that person would not have been a biological child?
Enrique en algún momento llevó a algún menor a su casa y lo tomó como su propio hijo a pesar de que esa persona no hubiera sido considerado un hijo biológico? No.
Okay. Do you know if there was a search made for a will?
¿Sabe si se realizó la búsqueda de un testamento? No.
Okay. You testified that you have no interest in this estate.
¿Usted dio
Uh,
testimonio de que no tiene interés en este patrimonio?
Testify that. Sí, no tengo interés. No interest.
Okay.
Sí, ese fue mi testimonio. I have no interest.
Okay. In other words, you did not owe Enrique any money or anything like that.
En otras palabras, usted no le debía ningún tipo de dinero a Enrique ni nada por el estilo.
No.
No.
Okay. So it would be your testimony regarding heirs that his wife survived him and that he had 3 children.
Entonces, su
Yes, sir.
testimonio sería acerca de los herederos, que su esposa se mantiene viva y él tendría 3 hijos. Sí.
For the record, would you please state the name of the surviving spouse and the children, please?
Yes,
Yes.
is
Just a minute. Para las actas, ¿podría por favor mencionar los nombres de la esposa viuda y los 3 hijos, por favor?
Marta Alicia Melgarejo, Jimena Barrón Melgarejo, Diego Enrique Barrón Melgarejo, and Ilse Natalia Barrón Melgarejo.
Thank you very much. We
Mar-
appreciate your being able to help us today.
Muchísimas
You're very
gracias.
welcome.
Le agradezco la ayuda que nos ha dado el día de hoy.
You're very welcome.
De nada.
Ms. Slade, anything further for the airship?
No, Your Honor.
Señora Slade, ¿algo más a tratar para los herederos? Nada más, su señoría.
And Mr. Novi, what are your fees in this matter?
Señor Novi, ¿cuáles son sus tasas para esta causa?
Judge, I believe it's $650, and I think I had sent in an order to reflect that.
Juez, creo que son $650 y me parece que les envié una orden reflejando eso.
All right, after listening to testimony of Susana Fernandez and Francisco Cham Dominguez, the court finds by clear and convincing evidence these heirs are those listed in the judgment declaring heirship.
Muy bien, después de haber oído los testimonios de Susana Fernández y el señor Francisco Cham Domínguez, se determina que los herederos son los que aparecen en el fallo presentado como propuesta el día de hoy.
I'm going to discharge Mr. Novi from his duties as attorney ad litem and award him a fee in the amount of $650.
Se le va a dejar ir al señor Novi representando el papel o el rol de abogado judicial y se le va a otorgar la tasa de representación legal de $650.
Judge, thank you, and thank you for this appointment, and my sincere condolences to the family.
Pues gracias y gracias por esta designación y mis condolencias sinceras a la familia.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Mr. Novi, you're free to go.
Señora
you,
Novi
Judge.
se puede retirar.
All right, Ms. Slade, let's go ahead and move into the administration. You may call your first witness.
Señora Slade,
Thank
vamos a
you.
pasar entonces a la administración. Puede llamar a su primer testigo.
I would like to call Miss Martha Alicia Melgarejo Garcia.
Quisiera llamar a la señora Marta Alicia Melgarejo García.
Hola,
Would you
Hello.
would you please state your name for the court?
Por favor, ¿podría decir su nombre para las actas?
Marta Alicia Melgarejo García.
Marta Alicia Melgarejo García.
And what was your relationship to the decedent, Mr. Enrique Barron Vargas?
¿Y cuál era su relación con el fallecido, el señor Enrique Barrón Vargas?
Mi esposo.
My husband.
Is it true that your husband passed away on June 28th, 2024, at the age of 42 years old?
¿Es verdad que su esposo falleció el 28 de junio del 2024 a la edad de 42 años?
Sí,
Yes.
And is it true that more than 4 years have not elapsed since the date of his death?
¿Y es verdad que desde la fecha de su fallecimiento no han pasado más de 4 años?
sí.
Yes.
To the best of your knowledge, did your husband leave a will?
A su leal se debería entender. ¿Su esposo dejó un testamento?
No.
No.
Can you describe the search for a will or the efforts made to be certain that there was no will?
¿Podría usted describir la búsqueda de un testamento o los esfuerzos que se realizaron para asegurarse de que no existía testamento?
Él estaba conmigo cuando la enfermera, la última semana que estuvo en el hospital, le preguntó si quería hacer un testamento y él dijo que no, que todo iba a estar bien y que él estaba bien.
He was with me when the nurse was there the last week when we were at the hospital, and she asked him if he wanted to leave a will, and he said that no, that everything was going to be all right and that he was fine.
Is it true that there is a need for the administration of his estate because he owned a business at the time of his passing?
¿Es verdad que existe la necesidad de que alguien sea el administrador de su patrimonio porque existía un negocio al momento de su fallecimiento?
Sí,
Yes.
What do you estimate to be the value of personal property belonging to the estate?
¿Cuál es el valor que estima usted acerca de la propiedad personal involucrada en este negocio en relación al patrimonio?
no sé, $80,000.
I don't know, $80,000.
Can you please describe what assets make up that $80,000 for the court?
¿Podría usted, por favor, describir cuáles son los bienes que llegan a sumar esos $80,000 para el juez?
Lo que tenemos bueno, él no tenía dinero en su cuenta de banco más que $35,000. El restaurante ha de tener unos $30,000, $40,000. Y la casa tenemos, no sé, $2,000. Y el coche.
He didn't have any money in the bank besides $35,000, and the restaurant would be around $30,000 to $40,000. We have around $2,000 in the house, and then the car.
And what is the value of the car?
¿Cuál es el valor del auto, del carro?
Bueno, aún la estoy pagando, cuesta como $40,000 más o menos.
Well, I'm still paying for it. It's valued at $40,000 more or less.
And is it true that the business, the vehicle, the bank accounts, and the household items were all acquired during your marriage?
Y es verdad que el negocio, el vehículo, la cuenta bancaria y los artículos que están dentro del hogar, todo eso fue adquirido dentro de su matrimonio?
Sí.
Yes.
So would it be your testimony that the estate's value of personal property is $40,000, which is half of the $80,000 total that you testified previously about?
Entonces, sería correcto, perdón. Entonces, su testimonio es que el valor de la propiedad, de los bienes personales, sería alrededor de $40,000, que sería la mitad de esos $80,000 que usted mencionó anteriormente en su testimonio?
Sí,
Yes.
Are you qualified and not disqualified and entitled to serve as the dependent administrator of this estate?
Usted está calificada y no está descalificada para cumplirle el rol de administradora o albacea independiente de este patrimonio.
sí,
Yes.
Have you ever been convicted of a felony or a crime of moral turpitude?
¿Alguna vez usted ha sido condenada por algún delito grave o por algún delito que incluya torpeza moral?
no.
No.
I have no further questions for the applicant, Your Honor. Thank you so much.
Ya no tengo ninguna pregunta para la solicitante, su señoría. Muchísimas gracias.
All right, I've listened to testimony of Martha Alicia Malharo Garcia. The court finds the decedent died intestate and there's a necessity for administration.
Después de haber oído el testimonio de Marta Alicia Melgarejo García, se determina que existe la necesidad de designar a alguien como administrador del patrimonio.
The court will grant the request of the applicant and appoint Ms. Garcia as dependent administrator of the estate, setting bond at $50,000.
El juez entonces va a aprobar la solicitud de la solicitante, la señora García, para determinar la administración o designar la administración de este patrimonio y va a fijar el bono en $50,000.
Ms. Garcia, I'm very sorry for your loss.
Señora García, lamento mucho su pérdida.
Gracias.
Thank you.
I want to thank the witnesses for coming on today to help testify and bring this case to closure.
Quiero agradecerle a los testigos por haber venido a dar su testimonio el día de hoy y por haber ayudado a cerrar este caso.
Your assistance here today is truly appreciated.
Su ayuda el día de hoy se le agradezco de corazón.
Ms. Slade, anything further?
Thank you.
Señora Slade, ¿algo más que agregar a las actas?
No, Your Honor. Thank you so much. Thank you all for all you do.
No, su señoría. Muchísimas gracias a todos y a todos ustedes por lo que hacen.
Gracias.
Thank you.
I'll have a good day.
Tengan un
Thank
buen
you.
día.
Thank you.
May I be excused, Your Honor?
You may. Thank you, Ms.
Thank
Preserve.
you.
Do we have the individual who's filling in for Ms. Callahan on yet? Okay, bring that case in.
Excuse me, can we leave now or?
Ms. Patel.
Good morning, Judge.
Morning. Now, quick question. It's my understanding that you're wanting to testify on behalf of the applicant.
That's what our office was under the impression of. I thought your court didn't allow that, but
Yeah, so unless you drafted the will or you knew the decedent quite well, I would not allow you to testify. So did y'all draft the will by chance?
no, Your Honor, we did not.
But prior to his death, did you know the decedent?
I did not.
Is there any way you can get the applicant to jump on Zoom this morning?
Let me try to call our office and let me see what I can do.
Okay, I'll come back to you.
Okay, thanks, Judge.
So we're ready to go?
Oh, yes, Ms. Fernandez, you're free to go.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Let's bring Kenny in. That's fine.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. That's fine. All right, so we're just going to jump on the record and conduct a quick status conference on this case. We're on the record in 24 CPR 040958, guardianship of Joe Merle Bailey. It's my understanding, I received notice this morning that the proposed trustee, Hancock Whitney Bank, had backed out and was no longer willing to be on the 1301 Management Trust. Is that correct, Mr. Sumner?
That is correct, Your Honor.
So essentially this morning, then we're going to have to pass the hearing for now until a new trustee can be found. Have you reached out to any other banks such as Cadence Bank, Bank of Texas, et cetera?
I'm reaching out to some of the ones that I know do a smaller amount in terms of assets under management, such as American National, Bank of Texas. Sometimes will work with us. Yeah, I know Cadence has a new trust officer that I'm also going to speak with. So I'm certainly willing to reach out to find out whether or not they'll take this on. What I would ask the court, if the court would indulge me, is to proceed forward with the guardianship of the person, get some testimony as to that. This is a ward who's 88 years old, has essentially terminal Alzheimer's, and so would like to get somebody in place to be able to continue to make care decisions for him, in a legal position. And then until we can find a 1301 trustee, either take the testimony today from Ms. Gillum, and then come back at a later date to finish up that the 1301 management trust portion of it.
That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. We can go ahead and move forward with the approve up of the guardianship of the person. You can gather some additional testimony from Ms. Gilliam, and then we'll come back at a later date for the final prove up.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. So let's go ahead and get Ms. Gillum sworn. If you'd raise your right hand, ma'am. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you provide here today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
I do.
Okay, very good. You can lower your hand. Mr. Sumner, you want to get us started?
Yes, Your Honor. I think I'd defer to Mr. Doggett regarding the presence of his client.
I will request the court waive the presence of Joe Bailey.
Presence is waived.
Thank
Continue.
you, Your Honor. May I proceed?
May.
Thank you. Ms. Gillum, can you please state your full name for the court?
Faith Elizabeth Gilliam.
Gilliam. And you're attempting to become the guardian of the person for your father, is that correct?
That is correct.
And you're also asking this court to create a 1301 management trust to handle his finances, is that correct?
That is correct.
And you heard the court earlier discuss the fact that the current nominated trustee has backed out, so we're going to have to find another trustee, is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. Are you the proposed ward's daughter?
I am.
And was the proposed ward born on November the 3rd, 1936?
He was, yes.
Is he currently 88 years old?
Yes.
Was he residing at 7210 Enclave Hill Lane in Richmond, Fort Bend County, Texas, when you filed your application to become the guardian?
Yes.
Is he currently residing there?
Yes.
Is he currently under your care, custody, and control?
He is.
Is your father under any other guardianship?
No.
Does anyone hold a power of attorney over your father currently?
I do.
And we've discussed alternatives to guardianship and whether or not they're feasible. Is it true that that power of attorney has caused you some difficulties because the medical providers sometimes talk to him and he's confused and tells them he doesn't want you to be there?
Sometimes, yes.
Are there other alternatives to guardianship of his person that you're aware of that would be less restrictive?
Not at this time.
Okay. Your father's parents have predeceased him, is that correct?
Correct.
And was your father ever married?
Yes, she's deceased.
Okay. And does he have any children other than yourself?
Yes.
Okay. And how many are there?
2.
And what are their names?
Daryl Elder and Danielle Davis.
Okay. And are you the party to any lawsuit other than this guardianship regarding your father?
No.
Do you have any adverse interest to him at all?
No.
Okay. Your Honor, I'd ask the court to admit into evidence the PCME that was performed by Dr. Ortiz on February the 20th of 2025.
No objection.
Tell you what, the court will take judicial notice of the PCME that's on file.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Gilliam, have you had a chance to review that second PCME that was done by Dr. Ortiz?
Yes,
And you're aware that it lists your father as having terminal Alzheimer's
yes,
and that he's totally incapacitated?
he is.
Would you agree with the doctor's assessment?
I will. I do. Yes.
Okay. And again, because we are putting on hold the fact that your father has some finances and things like that, we're going to try and create a trust. But for right now, for these purposes, does he have any funds that you're aware of, that you have access or control to?
No.
Okay. Do you believe you have the experience to care for your father?
Yes.
And you've currently been caring for him, is that correct?
I have.
How long has he been living with you?
Except this is going to be year 2.
Okay. And you understand that if the court appoints you as the guardian of his person, you have to file an annual report to this court and update them on his condition and well-being. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Are you willing to do that?
Yes, I am.
And you understand if you fail to do that, that the court can remove you as the guardian, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Your Honor, I have no further questions at this time.
Doggett.
Miss Gilliam, do you recall me coming out to your house in August of 2024?
Yes, sir.
And I did meet with you and your father that day.
Yes, sir.
And at that time, he was he bedridden at that time?
I don't think he was bedridden at that time, but he was close to it. He's bedridden now.
So at this point, he doesn't really get out of bed.
He cannot. His legs are constricted. He cannot stand up. He can't even be put in a wheelchair.
And are you receiving some assistance from some home health care?
Well, what happens is the bank where his funds are, they pay for his care. So basically I have arranged for a home health providers to come in and care for him. Not 24 hours. I do the night care. They're here from 11 or 1 o'clock in the afternoon until 9 p.m. And then I care for him the other times.
So you care for him at night?
Yes.
And you're there every night?
Yes.
Because I think you told me you work for, is it Southwest Airlines?
I do, but what they do, by the time they leave, I get home from work.
Okay. And is he on hospice?
Yes.
Okay. And so, for the last 2 years, you've been able to, how does it work when you take him to the doctor?
He doesn't. Hospice does everything. So they send nurses come out every week and do his vitals. I do have a little help from the VA, which I have an appointment for in a minute. But they send supplies between the VA and hospice. That's who cares for him, and they come in home and care for him.
Okay.
I have a binder, where the nurses come in, where he doesn't have any wounds because I have a mattress for him that circulates his body. But I have care around the clock for him between me and the caregivers.
Okay. Now, as far as Daryl and Danielle, have you had any communication with them?
Not probably in the last 6 months.
So if either one of them reached out to you and wanted to come see your father, would you have any issue with letting them in?
Not at all.
Okay. And you said that he has funds, you just don't have access to them?
That's correct. So
Okay.
I've been caring for him, but everything besides his care, I do everything.
Now, did you have access to his funds at some point?
I did.
Okay. And did Adult Protective Services investigate the use of his funds?
They did.
And what happened with that investigation?
I got a letter saying that they couldn't, that they weren't going to prosecute, they didn't find anything at this time, and they closed the case.
Isn't it true though that they did allege that you were using his funds to pay your mortgage?
Well, basically, my dad came to me and I had no script of how to take care of a person. He's been living with me. He never appointed anybody over his funds. The only thing that I did was is I would use to care for him, um, to care for his living, to care for his food, to care for everything. Yes, I did use some of his funds with his okay because he was not certified as incompetent at that time. So everything I did was in his agreements. He,
So your position is you don't owe your father any money.
no, I don't.
Okay. And you're saying that Adult Protective Services agrees with that?
Yes, they closed the case.
Okay. Um, and Daryl and Danielle are not contesting your appointment. Is that correct?
No, at this point, there's nobody to take care of them but me.
Daryl lives in California, right?
Yes, and I don't know where Danielle is.
At one point, she was living in South Carolina or Georgia or something, right? Like that, right?
I don't know.
Okay. But as far as you're aware, she doesn't live in this area.
No, she does not.
Okay. And then you have some type of criminal history, is that correct?
I have one charge when I was 27, over 30 years ago. I got pulled over in Chino, California. I was 27 or 26 years old. And that's the only charge. It's a misdemeanor in the state of California. That's the only thing I have on my record. And I think I'm a upholding citizen. I'm a home owner. I raised 3 girls. I've been gainfully employed my whole adult life. And I don't feel that that one minor thing that I did that time, which I paid restitution to the state of California and did everything that they asked me to do, should hold me from being able to care for my father.
And so that was do you know what the conviction was for? Was it a conviction?
I mean, I guess it was a conviction because I pled, I did it. So I didn't contest it. I just went before a judge and he asked me what happened. I told him the story. I guess it was, yes, I paid my restitution, but I was 26 years old. It was in 1994. And that's the only thing I have on my record. I've been employed by the city of Missouri City, by the city of Houston, by Apple. I've been gainfully employed. I've never got any trouble since then.
Right. I'm just clarifying this for the record. So this is had to do with you not having a driver's license and you were
I did
driving.
not, yes, I did not have a driver's license, and I told the officer I did. And
Okay.
that's what I got. That's what the charge is.
Okay. So is there anything about that? Well, first of all, you don't have any other criminal history besides that case.
Not at all.
Okay. And is there anything that would affect your ability to, because of the criminal history, you don't think that that would affect your ability to take care of your father as his guardian?
I've been taking care of him since he arrived in my house. It'll be September in 2 years. No, it does not at all. I love my father, and I think I don't feel I should be penalized from caring for my father because of something that I did so long ago. And I think I've proved that I've been an upholding citizen after that, and that did not impair me anyway. If anything, it taught me a lesson.
Okay. I'll pass the witness.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
All right, after listening to testimony, the court finds by clear and convincing evidence that Joe Merle Bailey is totally incapacitated, in need of a guardian with full authority over the person. Court finds that the guardianship is warranted and appoints Faith Gilliam as guardian of the person. of the proposed award. Bond is set at $50. Mr. Doggett, I'm not going to discharge you today from your duties as attorney ad litem. We're going to wait to see if we can get the estate wrapped up. At that time, I will discharge you.
Thank
Okay.
you, Honor. Thank you.
You're welcome, Ms. Gilliam. All right, Mr. Sumner, anything further for the record?
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you for your time this morning.
Thank you. Y'all are free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Let's go to Morgan.
Hello. I'm sorry, I'm late.
Take your time. If you want to reschedule, we can.
No. It's just I had court today.
Okay.
Ms. Eckelkamp, do you know where Gail Childs is?
She was logged on earlier. I don't know. Is she out of the waiting room now?
He's not in the waiting room.
Okay. Do you mind if I just mute myself and try to reach out to her by phone?
Fine.
Okay.
Wait.
Am I supposed to be hearing something?
Just in time, Ms. Fisher. We're waiting on one more witness.
Oh, okay. I just made sure I was on here. Thank you.
I've got Miss Gail Childs on the phone. She's having some additional technical difficulties. She's going to log into the Zoom, and I'm going to put her on speakerphone, so hopefully we'll be able to hear her.
Okay. And I'm doing okay, right? You could. Okay.
Pam, we can't see you, but we can hear you.
Okay. I don't know why you can't see me. Is it okay if I like this?
That would be up to the court and the attorney ad litem.
Well, Ms. Fisher, I tell you what, I've sent you a request to start your video. If you just click the button.
Click. Okay. All right. Okay. Allow.
There you are.
Here I am.
Okay. And Ms. Childs is going to join us.
Yes. Gail, are you still there?
I am.
Okay, were you able to link on the Zoom so they can see you?
Maybe that.
Okay.
She is not in the waiting room yet.
I'm assuming I have to sign in again.
Yes. We should also have both applicants in the waiting room as well.
I have Miss Morgan and Miss Becker.
I see them. They were just not up on my screen.
Oh. Now I need a separate password for Zoom?
No, you should not need a password.
She just needs to utilize the link that that's provided.
Password. Sign in.
The judge sent you a link. Was that by email, Judge
Oh.
Morales?
Send it to your office. You should have forwarded to the witnesses.
Yeah, that's the original login, correct?
Yeah, correct.
Gail, I'm going to resend it to you again.
Okay.
You should have gotten it this morning. I just re-forwarded it again.
Go.
Camp, if we can't get her on in about 1 minute, I need to move on to the next case and I can come back to you.
Yes, Your Honor. She said she just got it.
Am I clicking on your name here?
Within the email, if you scroll down, there is a blue hyperlink. Your Honor, maybe you should just put us on.
Okay.
You found it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, gee. Oh, this just takes me to your office, so.
Why don't you put us back in the waiting room, Your Honor, and I'll take care of the technical issues.
Right.
Thank you.
Move on to the next airship. I'm sorry. He's right there. He's on the screen. Norris Warden. What about Gloria Campbell? Miss Reimer.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Morning. We're just trying to get your applicant to join. Ms. Reimer, could you turn your camera on, please?
I thought it was, Your Honor. I don't know why it's not showing.
Ms. Reimer, it seems like your applicant, Gloria Campbell, is having issues connecting.
Okay, she may have been on before and maybe left, or maybe thought that I don't know what could have happened.
Well, she's in the waiting room, and
Oh, she's in the waiting room.
so we've asked her to, we've clicked the button to join, but she's not coming in, which indicates to me that she's got a weak signal at her house for internet, which means that she may not be able to join at all today.
Okay.
Give her another 30 seconds to see if she comes into the Zoom meeting. Yeah, she's got internet connectivity issues. And Ms. Reimer, I need you to get your camera on as well. I'm going to put y'all back in the waiting room. We'll come back to you. If we can't get these resolved, we'll reschedule the hearing. These issues resolved, I should say.
Okay, Your Honor, just I'm gonna sign back out as well and come back in and see if that changes the camera.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, let's go back to the muniment case. All right, I think everybody's connected. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
All right, we're on the record in 25 CPR 042359, the state of Jean Lee Suter Rayton. I apologize if I've mispronounced that. I'm sorry, how do you pronounce it?
Soon-T Rarat.
Soon-T Ran. Okay, very good. All right, Ms. Patelli, you may proceed with your prove-up.
Thank you, Judge. Can you please state your name for the court?
Sorry, me?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Okay. Wayne Chan Soon-T Rarat.
Did Jean Lay Suntintaran, the decedent, die on September 17, 2024 in Missouri City, Fort Bend County, Texas at the age of 80?
Yes.
Was she at least 18 years of age and of sound mind at the execution of the will?
Yes.
To your knowledge, well, Judge, will you put the will on the screen or would you like for me to do it?
No, I can. I can put it on the screen for you. Hold on one second. Let me get it pulled up.
Thank you, Judge.
See it now?
Yes, Judge. Wait, can you see the will on the screen?
Yes, I see it kind of a side by side here. So, will on the right. Yep.
Okay, perfect. To the best of your knowledge, is this a true and correct copy of Jean's will?
Yes.
Okay. Have 4 years elapsed since the date of her death and the filing of the application to probate her will?
Has a full year elapsed
Correct.
since the filing of her death? Since her death, no.
No, okay. And was she a resident of and have a fixed place of residence in Fort Bend County, Texas at the time of her death?
Yes.
To your knowledge, did she die? Did she die without revoking her will?
She did not revoke her will.
Okay. Were any children born to or adopted by her after the execution of the will?
No.
Were any marriages of hers dissolved after the execution of the will?
No.
Is any state, governmental agency, or charitable organization named as a devisee in the will?
No.
Did she receive Medicaid benefits on or after March 1st, 2005?
Medicaid benefits?
Correct.
No.
Okay. And does a necessity exist for the administration of her estate?
I don't think I understand what that means exactly. So what do you mean by?
So we don't need a full probate, correct?
Oh, correct. Yes.
Okay, I pass the witness, Judge.
All right. Court heard the testimony of Wayne Chan Sutararan. He testified as to the proof of death, validity of the will, and other facts. The court will admit the will and the probate as immutable title, but I will require the affidavit of fulfillment of terms in this case.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Sutararan, I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Ms. Patel, anything further?
No, Judge, that's all.
You're free to go. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's try to go back to Campbell. Where's the attorney? Okay, let her in. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we assume that she'd be reconnected by now. Okay. Mr. Engelhoff, we're gonna just give Ms. Reimer a few minutes to see if she connects.
No problem at all, Your Honor. Your Honor, I just got an email from Ms. Reimer saying she's working on getting her video connected.
Okay. Well, we'll give her.
I don't know if that helps or not.
We'll give her a few more minutes. Stringlehop, we're going to put you back in the waiting room along with everybody else and come back to you shortly.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, let's try the other case. Ms. Childs, if you would turn your camera on, please. Very good. All right, I think no, we're still missing one more.
Kristen missing.
Yeah, Ms. Becker.
There she is.
Okay. We're all connected. We're on the record in 25 CPR 041984, estate of Sharon Elizabeth Morgan. All those who intend to testify today, if you'd raise your right hand. Do each of you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony provided here today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
If I could just get an affirmative response from everybody.
Yes.
You'll need to unmute yourself when responding.
Yes.
Ms. Fisher, Ms. Childs, you'll need to unmute yourselves.
There it is. I do.
Gail,
Yes.
it should be in the bottom left corner.
You heard me this time, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're just waiting on Ms. Childs.
Gail, if you'll hover your cursor over the bottom left corner. Did you get it? There you go.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Ms. Eckelkamp, let's start with the airship. After we've concluded the airship, we can move on to the administration.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Call your first witness.
Your Honor, at this time I call Pamela Fisher.
Yes, ma'am.
Pamela, please state your full name for the court.
Pamela Sue Fisher.
Pamela, how is it that you knew Sharon E. Morgan, the decedent in this matter?
I met her, my son and her daughter Kimberly went to school together, and that's when I met her.
And do you feel that you know enough about Sharon and her family to be able to testify today?
I do.
Okay. And are you familiar with the fact that she passed away on October 12th of 2024?
Yes, I am.
And was she a resident of Harris County, Texas at the time that she died?
Yes.
And to the best of your knowledge, did you ever have the opportunity to speak with her about a will?
No, I did not.
Was she married when she passed away?
No.
Was she previously married to Edwin Morgan?
Yes.
Did he predecease her?
He did.
Do you know if they were married when Edwin passed away?
Yes.
And to the best of your knowledge, did Sharon only have 2 children during her lifetime?
Yes, Kimberly and Kristen.
That would be Kristen Becker and Kimberly Morgan?
Correct.
Are
Yes.
you familiar with whether she ever took in any other children into her household that could argue that she adopted them?
No, she did not.
And are you familiar with any other pregnancies or adoptions other than Kristen or Kimberly?
No.
Do you have any interest in this estate, or have you been promised anything in return for your testimony today?
No, I have not.
Your Honor, at this time, I pass this witness, Pamela Fisher.
Ms. Dave.
Thank you, Judge. Good morning, Ms. Fisher. We spoke on the phone. Do you recall our conversation?
I do, yes, ma'am.
Okay. And during that time, you let me know that Miss Morgan was a close friend of yours, correct?
She was.
And as you've already described to the court, you were familiar with her because of the children going to school together.
Correct.
But actually, you had been friends since the 1990s and
Yeah.
stayed in touch over the years, correct?
Yes.
So the
ma'am.
information that you're able to tell the court this morning, you have confidence that if there were any other children, that you would have known this information and been able to share it. Is that right?
I certainly would have, yes.
Okay. And just to recap what Ms. Eckelkamp has already asked of you is Ms. Fisher, even though you were not able to meet Mr. Morgan, the spouse that predeceased, you were certain that there were only 2 children born out of that marriage, correct?
I am, yes.
And the names of those children are?
Kimberly Morgan and Kristen Morgan Becker.
Okay. And Ms. Eckelkamp asked you about adopted children. You're certain that there were no adopted children, correct?
Positive.
Okay. And at the time of your friend's passing, she was not remarried, correct?
No, she was not.
Okay. I talked to you about a will and whether that was a topic of conversation that ever arose between you and Miss Morgan. And was it?
No, we did not discuss that.
In fact, you said that if anybody would have that information, it would be her daughters, correct?
Correct, yes.
Okay. And you still maintain that there's nothing that you're looking for out of the outcome of this hearing?
No, not at all.
Okay, thank you. I'll pass the witness.
Your Honor, at this time, we'd like to call the other witness, Gail Childs.
You may.
Gail, please state your full name for the court.
Gail Childs.
Gail, how is it that you knew the decedent, Sharon E. Morgan?
The same as Pam Fisher, except it was Kristen and Kristen who went to school together. So they were about 4 years old when I met her, and we remained friends over the years.
And do you know that she passed away on October 12th of 2024 as a resident of Fort Bend County, Texas?
Correct.
Did she ever have occasion to speak with you about a will?
Never.
Do you know
Never.
whether she had one? Do you know whether she had a will?
She did not,
Okay.
to my understanding.
And is it true that she was not married at her death, but that she was predeceased by her late husband, Edwin Morgan?
Correct.
And to the best of your knowledge, are her children Kristen Becker and Kimberly Morgan?
Yes.
Are you familiar with any other children that she may have parented or adopted, or that could claim that she took them in and may have equitably adopted them?
No.
Do you feel like you know the family well enough to be able to testify that Kristen and Kimberly are her only children?
Yes.
And have you been promised anything in return for your testimony today?
No.
Your Honor, at this time, I pass this witness.
Thank you, Judge. Good morning, Ms. Childs. We also spoke on the phone. Do you recall?
Yes.
Okay. And you did let me know at that time that Miss Morgan is a friend of yours since the 1980s, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And you also let me know that the decedent was actually married twice during her lifetime. Is that your understanding?
I think she had a brief first marriage.
Okay.
Before I ever met her.
When it came to children, however, you're only aware of there being 2 daughters. Is that right?
Correct.
And those are the children that you heard were named Kimberly and Kristen, right?
Correct.
And they were the product of the marriage from her second marriage then. Is that your understanding?
Correct.
Okay. That first marriage that you alluded to, you also mentioned that Miss Morgan, the decedent, was very, very young at that time, right?
I believe so, yes.
Had there been any children from that marriage, would you have that information? Do you feel confident you would have known?
Yes.
Okay. I want to get a little bit more specific when it comes to the question of adoptions. During Miss Morgan's second marriage to Ed, wherein she had the 2 daughters, you're familiar that Ed also had a son from a previous relationship, correct?
Correct.
Did Miss Morgan ever adopt Mr. Morgan's son?
No.
Okay. In fact, you told me that that son lived with his mother and never even stayed with your friend Sharon, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And after Mr. Morgan, Ed Morgan, passed away, your friend never remarried, right?
Correct.
Okay. When it came to the topic of a will, you actually mentioned that Sharon was aware of the need to have one, that is something that you guys discussed, right?
Well, maybe briefly, but not specifically.
Okay. And the reason
Maybe.
because
Go
of
ahead.
the passing of her husband, Mr. Morgan, you let me know that Sharon was aware that she needed a will.
Yes.
But to your knowledge, one was never completed.
Correct.
Okay. Judge, I'll pass this witness and ask the court to take judicial notice of my report as attorney ad litem.
The court shall take judicial notice. Ms. Eckelkamp, any further witnesses for the airship?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. After listening to testimony of Gail Childs and Pamela Fisher, the court finds by clear and convincing evidence that the decedent's heirs are those listed in the judgment declaring heirship. I'm going to discharge Ms. Dave from her duties as attorney ad litem and award a fee in the amount of $800. That's agreed to, correct, Ms. Eckelkamp?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Dave, you're free to go. Thank you for your
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
Ms.
Thank you.
Camp, you may call your witness for the administration.
Your Honor, at this time, I call Kristen Neal Becker. Kristen, please state your name for the court.
Kristen Neal Becker.
Are you the daughter of Sharon Elizabeth Morgan?
Yes.
Is it true that she passed away on October 12th, 2024, as a resident of Fort Bend County, Texas, at the age of 77?
Yes.
And to the best of your knowledge, she was a resident of Fort Bend at the time she died. Is that correct?
Yes, correct.
And to the best of your knowledge, did your mother ever have a will?
No.
Did you perform or did your sister perform a search to try to locate a will after your mother passed away?
Yes.
And you've not located anything?
No, we have not.
Do you believe if she had a will, you would have been able to find it?
Yes.
And to the best of your knowledge, your mother was predeceased by your father, Edwin Morgan. Is that right?
Yes.
And he died in about 1986?
Yes.
And you and your sister, Kimberly Morgan, are the only children of your mother. Is that correct?
Correct.
And you're asking this court to appoint you and your sister, Kimberly Morgan, as co-administrators to serve independently without bond. Is that correct?
Yes.
Are you willing and able to serve as such?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have no further questions of Kristen.
Okay, call your next witness.
Your Honor, at this time, I call Kimberly Robin Morgan.
Proceed.
Kimberly, please state your full name for the court.
Kimberly Robin Morgan.
Kimberly, how is it that you are related to the decedent Sharon Elizabeth Morgan?
I'm her daughter.
Is it true that your mother passed away on October 12th of 2024?
Yes, that's true.
Was she a resident of Fort Bend County, Texas when she passed away?
Yes.
And did you perform a search to try to locate a will for your mother?
Yes.
Were you successful?
No.
Do you think if your mother had a will, you would have been able to locate it?
Yes, I do.
And your mother was widowed at the time of her death, is that right?
Correct.
Your father, Edwin Morgan, predeceased her in about 1986, is that correct?
That is correct.
Do you believe that there is a necessity for the administration of your mother's estate?
Yes, I do.
And are you and your sister, Kristen, seeking appointment as the independent co-administrators to serve without bond?
Correct. Yes, we are.
Are you willing and able to serve as the independent co-administrator?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have no further questions of this witness. We would ask that you appoint the co-applicants to serve as the independent administrators to serve without bond.
After listening to testimony of Kristen Neal Becker and Kimberly Robin Morgan, the court finds the decedent died intestate and there's a necessity for administration. The court will grant the request the applicant appoint Kristen Neal Becker and Kimberly Robin Morgan as independent administrators of the estate. I want to start by saying I'm very sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
And then I also want to I'm glad we're able to get this taken care of and get past all of the technical difficulties we encountered earlier on. So, but Ms. Eckelkamp, anything further for the record?
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
Y'all are free to go. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Mr. Reimer, Ms. Campbell, Gloria Campbell is in the waiting room. We're waiting on her to join. I've made the request to bring her in, but again, she is having issues.
Okay, I just spoke with her, Your Honor, and I've asked her to turn off all of her other devices. There she is. Miss Gloria, can you unmute and show the camera, please?
All right, Mr. Campbell, Daniel Campbell. There we go. Very good. All right, we're all connected. We're on the record in 24 CPR 041398 as state of Edgar Campbell, also known as Edgar Lee Campbell, also known as Edgar Campbell Sr. All those who intend to testify, if you would raise your right hand to be sworn by the court. Each of you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you provide here today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. If I could get you to unmute yourself and respond, please.
I do. I do.
Very good. Mr. Horton, if you would unmute yourself.
I do.
Very good. All right. Ms. Reimer, we're going to start with the airship and then we'll move into the administration once we've concluded the airship. So call your first witness for the airship.
Very good. I call Mr. Daniel Campbell as my first witness. Mr. Campbell, please state your name for the court.
My name is Daniel Westbrook Campbell Jr.
And what is your relationship to the decedent Edgar Campbell?
The decedent is one of my older brothers.
Okay, and how long have you known him?
I've known Edgar for 76 years.
Okay, did Mr. Campbell die on April 13, 2024 in Missouri City, Fort Bend County, Texas at the age of 84?
Yes, he did.
And was he residing in Missouri City, Fort Bend County at and before his death?
Yes, he was.
To your knowledge, did Mr. Campbell die without a will?
Yes, he did.
And do you know if there was a diligence search for a will?
Yes, there was.
To your knowledge, how many times was Mr. Campbell married?
To my knowledge, and I'm one of the brothers he had a lot of faith in, he was married 3 times.
Can you name the persons he was married to?
Yes, I could. The first one he was married to is Miss Janie Jackson Campbell Debbie and Miss Carolyn Hodman Campbell. And the last one will be Miss Gloria W. Campbell.
Okay. And to your knowledge, how many children were born to, raised, or adopted by Mr. Campbell?
To my knowledge, I will have to go through. There was let me count now. I didn't have that number in my head. To my knowledge, there was the first one was Miss Janie, Miss Janie Jackson Campbell. She had one child for him. I'm sorry, she had two children for him. That would be Delphine Latrice Campbell, and the other one would be Edgar L. Campbell. He adopted one child with her that she had before he married her. That would be Ronaldo Campbell. He also had a child by the name of Shanna Oldham, who was his child out of wedlock, and he adopted Miss Angela Woodley, who he had out of wedlock. So that would be I count five. I'm sorry I didn't count before. I count five.
Were Mr. Campbell's parents alive at the time of his death?
No, ma'am. They are deceased.
And so were Mr. Campbell's children all alive at the time of his death?
No. Delphine Latrice Campbell is deceased.
She passed away before him?
She passed away before. That was his first daughter by Miss Janie Campbell.
Okay, and did she have any children living at the time of Mr. Campbell's death?
At the time of his death, she had three children.
And their names?
Their names are Monty Green II. That is one. He's the oldest of her children. Marquita Campbell, she's next. And then Demetrius Campbell will be the third one.
Okay, so to your knowledge, your sister-in-law, Gloria, his deceased daughter's three children, and the other children that were born to him or adopted by him and raised by him are his only surviving immediate family members, correct?
To my knowledge, yes, ma'am.
As far as you know, at the time of his death, did Mr. Campbell have any real or personal property in Fort Bend County?
The property that, to my knowledge, that he has is the property at Clyburn Street, to my knowledge. And that is in Fort Bend County.
Okay, do you have any interest in this estate?
No, ma'am. Not to my knowledge, no, ma'am.
Pass the witness.
All right, Mr. Engelhoff.
All right, thank you. Now, Mr. Daniel, you and I spoke about your brother and his heirs. You remember that conversation?
Yes, we did. I think I do. Yes.
All right, sounds good. All right, so your brother had two natural children, as you just testified, Edgar and Delphine, right?
That is correct.
And then Delphine only had three children, correct?
That is correct.
Okay, now let's talk about Renardo Campbell. Now, Renardo, to the best of your knowledge, when did he come to live with Edgar Campbell?
Renato's always been there with Edgar and Janie. He adopted Renato. I don't know when exactly adopted him, but he's always been there with he raised Renato, or I should say reared. He reared Renato. And he's always been in the household.
Do you know if there was ever a formal adoption done through the courts?
For personal knowledge, I've never seen anything, but to my knowledge of him talking to him, he adopted Renato.
Okay, so he always said
Not-
Renardo was his child.
Renato was his child.
And on the flip side of that, did Renardo see your brother as his father?
Absolutely. A lot of respect there.
Okay. And then with Shanna Odom, that was a child out of wedlock he testified to?
Yes, it was.
Okay. Did he ever deny that Shanna was his child?
No. To my knowledge, no, and he always said that was his daughter.
Okay. And Shanna had a relationship with him as a parent?
Absolutely.
Okay. And then Angela is Gloria Campbell's daughter, correct?
That is correct.
And do you know if Edgar ever formally adopted her?
I don't know if he formally adopted her, but when him and Miss Glory formulated the relationship, Angela was there and he acknowledged her as being his daughter, his adopted daughter, but formally and everything paper-wise, I'm not sure. But he definitely acknowledged her as being his stepdaughter.
Okay.
His
And then
daughter.
Okay. And so he acknowledged Angela as his daughter. Did Angela reciprocate that as far as Edgar being her father?
As far as I know him seen, Angela did reciprocate that as that being her father.
Okay. And you have no interest in this estate, correct? You stated that?
No, sir.
And there is no will?
There is no will, and I have no interest in this case. No, not at all.
All right. Thank you. And your brother didn't have any children with Carolyn Campbell, correct? That was a second marriage?
To his second marriage, no. There was no children born in that marriage.
Okay.
To our
And
knowledge.
he had no natural children with Gloria, correct?
He had no natural children with Miss Glory. No.
Okay. Your Honor, I'll pass the witness.
Call your next witness.
Mr. Norris Horton. Mr. Horton, please state your full name for the court.
Norris Henry Horton.
And what is your relationship to the decedent, Mr. Campbell?
He is my uncle.
Okay. And how long have you known Mr. Campbell?
I've known him all of my life and knowledgeable at least 80 to 81 years.
Okay, did Mr. Campbell die on April 13, 2024 in Missouri City, Fort Bend County, Texas at the age of 84 years?
Yes, he did.
And was he residing in Missouri City, Fort Bend County, Texas at and before his death?
Yes, he was.
To your knowledge, did Mr. Campbell die without a will?
To my knowledge, I would say he didn't have a will, yes.
Do you know if there was a diligent search for a will?
I would say, to my knowledge, I didn't know if there was a diligent search or not.
Okay. And how many times do you know that Mr. Campbell was married?
3 times.
To whom?
His first marriage was to Janie Jackson Campbell Debo. Second marriage was to Carolyn Hardeman Campbell. And the third marriage was to the present Gloria W. Campbell.
Okay. How many children were born to, raised, or adopted by Mr. Campbell?
Born and adopted was 5.
Can you name them, please?
Yes, it was Delphine Campbell, Renato Campbell, Edgar L. Campbell, Shannon, let's see, Shannon last name was, let's see here, Odom, and Angela N. Woodley.
Okay, and the 2 biological children were who?
was Delphine and Edgar L. Campbell.
Okay, were Mr. Campbell's parents alive at the time of his death?
No, they were not.
And were all of his children alive at the time of his death?
No, they were not. There was
Who-
one deceased, that was Delphine Campbell.
Okay, and did she have any children living at the time of Mr. Campbell's death?
Yes, she did.
And their names?
Monty Green, Marquita Campbell, and Demetrius Campbell.
So to your knowledge, Miss Gloria, his deceased daughter's 3 children and the other children that were born to him or adopted by him and raised by him are his only surviving immediate family members, correct?
To my knowledge, yes.
And as far as you know, did Mr. Campbell have any real or personal property in Fort Bend County, Texas?
Yes, he did.
And do you have any interest in Mr. Campbell's estate?
No, I don't.
Pass the witness.
Mr. Hart, you and I spoke about the heirs of your uncle Edgar Campbell, correct? You remember that conversation?
Yes.
Okay. Now, as far as natural children go, you testified you had Delphine and Edgar, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And then when he was married to, is it Janie or Janie?
Janie.
His first one. Janie. All right. So when he was married to Janie, those are the 2 children that they had together, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Now, Janie already had a child, and that was Ronaldo?
Yes.
Okay. And when Ronaldo came to live with your uncle, roughly how old was he?
He was he was a baby and had just been born when he came to live with him.
Okay.
They were together
And,
when he was born.
okay. And he always treated Ronaldo as his son?
Yes, he did.
And Ronaldo reciprocated that as his father?
Always.
Okay. And do you know if there was ever a formal adoption done?
I
through the
don't
courts?
know if there was a formal adoption done or not. No.
But everybody through the family always considered that he was the adopted child of Edgar, correct?
They all consider him as his child. Most of them didn't even realize he was not his birth child.
Okay. And then as far as Shanna Odom, that was a child that Mr. Campbell always claimed as his child, correct? Biological child?
Yes.
Okay. He never denied that that was his daughter?
Never.
And Shanna always knew him as her father?
That's correct.
Okay. And then Angela Woodley was the child of Gloria Campbell, correct?
Correct.
And then she came to live with Mr. Campbell, and did he treat her as his daughter?
Yes, he did.
Did he represent to other people that that was his daughter?
Yes, he did, always.
Okay. Did he ever, do you know if there was ever any formal adoption done by your uncle for Angela?
No, I don't.
But he always represented that that was his daughter.
Always.
And she reciprocated that and always represented that that was her father. They had that kind of
100%.
relationship.
Yes.
Okay. And then as far as Delphine, she passed away in 2014. She had 3 children, correct?
Correct.
And she didn't have any other children besides those 3?
Those are the only 3.
Okay, perfect. Judge, I'll pass the witness. Hello?
Judges.
I'm sorry. It seems like the microphone got cut off. That's okay. Any further witnesses for the airship?
No further witnesses, Your Honor, but I would like to ask the court to take judicial notice of 3 affidavits that's been filed with the court for Shanna Odom, Renato Campbell, and Angela Woodley.
The court shall take judicial notice. Mr. Engelhoff, is your fee $650 in this matter?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. After listening to testimony of Daniel Webster Campbell Jr. and Norris Henry Horton, the court finds by clear and convincing evidence that the decedent's heirs are those listed in the judgment declaring heirship. I'm going to discharge Mr. Engelhoff from his duties as attorney ad litem and award him a fee in the amount of $650. Mr. Engelhoff, you are free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Reimer, you may proceed with the administration.
Yeah. Ms. Gloria Campbell. Ms. Gloria, please state your full name for the court.
My name is Gloria W. Campbell.
And what is your address, Ms. Campbell?
My address is 3115 Clyburn Court, Missouri City, Texas, 77459.
And what was your relationship to Mr. Edgar Campbell, also known as Edgar Lee Campbell, also known as Edgar Campbell Sr., decedent? What was your relationship to him?
He was my husband.
And did he die on April 13, 2024 in Missouri City, Fort Bend County, Texas at the age of 84 years?
Yes.
Has 4 years passed by since he died and the filing of the application?
No.
Was Mr. Campbell a resident of and have a domicile or fixed place of residence in Fort Bend County, Texas?
Pardon me?
Was Mr. Campbell a resident of and have a domicile or fixed place of residence in Fort Bend County, Texas?
Yes.
Did he receive Medicaid benefits on or after March 1st, 2005?
Yes.
I will repeat that question.
I'm sorry.
Mr. Campbell, okay. Did Mr. Campbell leave a will?
No.
Did you search diligently for a will?
Yes.
And you found no will?
No will.
Is there a necessity for the administration of this estate?
Yes.
Are you disqualified by law from accepting letters of administration?
No.
Have you ever been convicted of a crime of theft, fraud, or any type of moral turpitude?
No.
Is there any reason why you should not be appointed by this court to be the administrator of the estate of Mr. Edgar Campbell?
No.
Do you request that this court issue you letters of administration?
Yes.
Your Honor, we're asking the court to appoint Mrs. Gloria W. Campbell, independent administrator of the estate of Edgar Campbell, also known as Edgar Lee Campbell, also known as Edgar Campbell Sr., to serve without bond and to waive appraisers, and that letters of administration be issued to Mrs. Campbell.
After listening to testimony of Gloria W. Campbell, the court finds the decedent died intestate and there's a necessity for administration. Court will grant the request the applicant appoint Ms. Gloria W. Campbell as independent administrator of the estate. Ms. Campbell, I'm very sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
And Mr. Campbell and Mr. Horton, I'm also sorry for y'all's loss as well.
Thank you.
I'm glad we could get this taken care of and get past all of the technical difficulties today. Ms. Reimer, anything further for the record?
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you very much for your patience.
All right, thank y'all. Y'all have a good day.
You too.
Thank you.